Hey, welcome everybody to 20 Sides to Every Story. Um, this is episode 17. We've been diligently playing through the Temple of Elemental Evil these past few months, and um, I don't know. This is sort of uncharted territory a little bit in this community. This community campaign. I think we've had this situation in previous community campaigns, but we got a little bit of a rescue mission. We had a little bit of a setback in the last session, and so we're embarking on a quest to recover uh, some of the other characters in our campaign that got taken away here by the fire cultists. So, um, just a little bit about our channel and what we're up to. We're 20 Sides to Every Story. We are a gaming community. We play a lot of tabletop role-playing games, primarily D&D 5th edition, but we do dabble in some other things here and there. Um, and this right here is our community campaign, and what that means is it's an open campaign that just about if you have an interest in playing in it, we could definitely get you in and playing around in sort of our sandbox here. We're running around in the Temple of
Thanks for the
Elemental Evil.
raid. I'm Butterbean.
Oh, and we just got a raid from Jenna, the Potato Lion, raided with 23 viewers. Wow.
Hello,
Thank you
Potato.
so much for the raid and welcome everyone. So, yes, I'm sure if you're watching Jenna, she does a lot of art for us. So I'm sure you've seen her creating some things that we've used in many of our games. Whether it's been a character illustration, she illustrated my warlock that I'm playing in one of the Eberron campaigns that one of the folks here is doing on Monday nights. So we really appreciate everything that Jenna does for us. So thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the game here. But yeah, so if you're interested in playing D&D with us, this is probably the easiest on ramp to doing that. We have games just about every week, and we post the signups for those games in our Discord server. So if you want to come hang out with us in between the streams, that's probably the best way to kind of get to know us. And if you're looking for a game, there's somebody in there that'll direct you into the right spot to get signed up for something. Yeah, so without further ado, I think we'll get started here with the game. And I don't even know if I need to do a whole like thing about what's going on in Hamlet because it doesn't matter. Our attention is laser focused on this moment, coming down into the Temple of Elemental Evil. We've got three characters. We had one character died. They took a wrong turn basically down here, and they found themselves in pretty as fire cultists do, the aggression, the assault, it escalated out of control very fast. And so we had one character die. We had three characters go down, unconscious, stable, are alive, and are somewhere here, likely being held by the fire cultists. That piece of the puzzle we probably don't know exactly where they are being held, so that'll be part of the quest here tonight, trying to locate them, find them. Um, I don't know. I have no idea what the plan is for trying to recover them, but that's the situation. We had Udo, um, Galileo, and um,
Richter.
Richter were the three that got captured. And then we had one character that got away. Ziloff actually made it back to town to tell the tale, so that this rescue mission could be embarked upon. And so um, the five characters here have elected to bring a few NPCs down into the dungeon. Actually, we should probably say, as you can see on the overlay here, Sir Gerald is being played by Zach, who had one of the characters that got captured. So maybe a little bit more skin in the game to try to recover the player character that belongs to you. But um, yeah, so that's where we're at. So they have descended down into the second level of the Temple of Elemental Evil. And I think you're all basically pretty familiar with where you stand right here. But maybe I'll wait on kind of setting up the description of what you see as you're heading down, because let's do some character introductions and let us know who we got playing here. Um, and I think by the logic of how I introduce people, I don't know. Personally, I think I'll hold off on having you go last because new character you get to be at the end of the train. So we'll start first with Thorwald. So would you just give us like your character name, um, race, class, and maybe do you want to like summarize some of the stuff? Maybe some of the stuff that's been so we've got an RP channel in our Discord server, and folks have been um, very active in there, kind of role playing their characters. It's a good way to kind of do some character development outside of the playtime, and so it's very active. And so, do you want to give us like a summary of some of the maybe some of the stuff that you've been talking about, chewing on over the past week or so?
I'm Gabe. I'm playing Thorwald. Thorwald is so elite as a human, like a northern ice barbarian type of guy, totally covered in tattoos. He We've learned through the RP channel that he was taken as a prisoner by the nobility in Verbalborg because his dad, the head of the Wolf clan, had tried to attack their lands, and so to stop the incursions, they basically taken their firstborn, and then he's been living in Verbalborg for 30 years, and he's got some trauma and some complex about what his dad told him before he left, and that kind of shapes the way he relates to the world. And also, we learned that he's not really particularly socially competent, and he puts himself in very odd, weird situation pretty often, and usually seeks for Humboldt's wisdom to getting out of trouble.
Well, that's a good segue then for Casey's character to get introduced.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm playing Humboldt. I don't know if you would particularly call it wisdom so much as experience. Wisdom is learning from someone else's mistakes. Experience is when you have to suffer through your own. But most of the time I've been spending a human, barbarian, matchmaker. Used to have a cart and a donkey. My cart got stolen. My donkey I gave away because I didn't have a cart, and donkeys don't do real well down in dungeons. I tried getting him to go up a stairs, down the stairs, just not a thing he's interested in. Unless it's an inn and he gets to wear lipstick, which, if you want to find out what that's all about, RP channel. I wasn't involved, but donkey, lipstick, upstairs, in. Sir Gerald actually has some information about that particular situation. But at the moment, I've got my glaive. I've got my stomping boots on, and ready to go see if we can do better than killing a Hydra, and fetch our folk back.
All right. That's a good segue, I think, to the character that Zach will be playing. So, just a preface to who is Sir Gerald. Sir Gerald was a character that got created out of a downtime activity that happened. So, that's another thing. We've got a channel for downtime activities. So, when we have players, because it's an open campaign, where we've got like 30 or so players that are stomping around in here. So we're kind of using the downtime mechanic to sort of explain away what might the other characters be doing in that time when they're not actually on screen here. So there was there was a trip to Verbabonk, and some carousing happened, and there was a failure of some sort by Udo, and basically, Sir Gerald was invented as his drinking buddy who had a little bit of a mishap. Some blacking out, I think, occurred. Apparently, some dressing up of the donkey. Long story short, Sir Gerald is not really a Sir anymore and has lost his title to some regrettable events. But I've given Zach leeway to kind of I think I've given you enough as the baseline for who that character is, but lots of freedom to take the character where you want. So I'll let Zach kind of share with us maybe where is Sir Gerald at from your perspective.
I am a knight, or I was a knight of the heart, sworn to protect the uh, common folk. Due to some misfortunate judgment on my part, I was expelled from my order. Um, to which Udo may or may not have held a part in that. I hope to regain my honor, at least a part of it, by helping to spring free um, a man for which I hold much disdain, should we say.
Sounds good. Next up, we have Charnika.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, and I'm playing Charnika, or Cherry as she's also called. She's a little red tiefling barbarian. And I guess recently, on hearing that some of the people she's met in past adventures have been captured, she was pretty worried about them, and teaming up with these fine folks to try and get them back. But yeah, I have a very long list of notes from the role plays, but I can't read all of them. So
Sounds good. And then, last but not least, new character being unveiled here.
I am Percy, and I am playing Bippy, the gnome wizard. I have just come back to Hamlet to end the threat of the elemental evil. I was around when they were attacking last time, and everybody ignored me. They fought amongst themselves, and none of them decided to do anything about this temple. So now I mean to end it.
Sounds good. Also traveling with the party is Brother Calmert, who is a St. Cuthbert acolyte, sort of de facto head of the church, I guess, right now, because Canon Turgon um, is off on something of a excursion to Valuna to try to talk to the clergy there about maybe sending down some help. So he's there with the theocracy, trying to see if he might be able to get some help for Hamlet and some extra force to deal with the temple. And then we also have Lycia, who is the daughter of a farmer. Um, she's lived in Hamlet her whole life, restless, wants something more from her life, and very early on kind of took a interest in the party and kind of followed them out to the Mout House back when we were dealing with Lareth and his gang. And she made it very clear that she wanted to learn from them and get some exposure, some experience wielding a blade. She knows that adventurers um, can earn a bit more than her life here in Hamlet would provide, and it's just a more flashy, more exciting life than what she has always been told would be her fate. So I think there's like I don't know. Thorwald maybe is a little sweet on her. We'll see if I'm gonna have to deal with that at all here this session. But yeah, so that's our crew. It wouldn't be the first time. I mean, this always happens to me. I gotta do that. Um, so you all are now coming down to the second level of the dungeon here, um, and probably right away, any of you that have been down here are going to notice that something is different. Those doors, or there's this large door up here that up until now had been, oh, and we have Nuthouse just redeemed by everyone a reroll. Wow, isn't that? Oh, and I need to update this. I do not have a reroll. We reset these at the beginning of each session, so 5 rerolls for the party. Thank you, chat. I wonder if is that a prelude to something else. So yeah, this door here, this is an enormous bronze door, the surface of which is covered with bas relief faces of gargoyles and demons and other such terrible looking things, gruesome monsters and whatnot, and it had always been closed. I think somebody tried to like push it or slam into it to no avail. This is, it's 20 feet wide. It's for some 30 feet tall, but it's currently cracked open ajar a bit. And right in front of it is sort of sort of like a little bit, like a really minor kind of like cyclone that seems to be whipping around a piece of parchment that's flying around within it. Pretty small, but it's abnormal. Like, there isn't a breeze or a gust or anything that's coming through here, so it's, to your eyes, very clearly some kind of magical effect.
Um, uh, Mr. Rumbuckle, we seem to have something that might fall into your purview.
Okay. What is it?
I don't know. That's why
Wind.
it's sort of what magic, I think. No, that's normal.
Yeah, it's probably magic.
You're the magic. No.
I can make magic. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, personally, it occurs to me I could reach in and grab that piece of paper, but I might also lose my hand. So I was looking for your expertise in the situation.
I don't know anything about it.
Lycia says, "You want me to go grab it? We can't
No.
spare
Wait,
any
wait, wait,
time
wait.
here.
Oh,
Every minute that we don't go after those guys, I'm sure that the fire cultists are probably filling their heads with all sorts of gobbledygook about blowing up Hamlet."
No, this is talking time. Remember from the early. This is when we do the talking, then we do the action. And it. So, for instance, maybe that will set off an alarm. Maybe it's a warning. Maybe it's a love note from Lareth. I don't know.
Pippi
And I
is
did.
going to go in there and grab it.
Okay, you go in and grab it.
No.
Freeze for impact.
That was what we're trying to avoid, but go for it.
We had one plan.
And
Be
oh my
careful.
gosh,
That was the plan.
Albinosaurus Jones is in the chat and redeeming
Woo.
all sorts of woos. Thank you, Chris Jones. Yes, so Cliff had redeemed a rumor, and so his rumor was that the captive players are being brainwashed into becoming agents of the fire cultists. And so Calmark goes over here, and he's having a side conversation with Lycia about when the time comes and they see Udo and the others, that they need to pay real close attention to their behavior, because these cults have infiltrated Hamlet. They've been able to get to some good people and twist their minds. But so you go and you grab that note and snatch it out of the little gust there, and you take a look at it. It's penned in ink. It says, it reads, "A gift from those who worship the liberating wind. Save your friends and deliver them from the prefect of the fire temple, and stop those that would advance the reckless destruction wrought by elemental fire." And it's signed Kelno.
So the wind are a friend?
Apparently.
Kelno,
Enemy of my enemy.
This
wasn't
place
We
gets
have to
Kelno
join their cult.
the head of the air cult, which was they suffered a conjoined raid by Fire Plus Earth cult before last time we got back here, and he lost all of his cultists. It was by himself and a bunch of bugbears, as far as we know, based on intelligence from Lareth, which we might decide not to trust.
So is the gift the wind or the door being open, or what's the gift?
Was the door not open before?
No, it's a big.
Then it's probably the door being open.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seems reasonable.
So, wouldn't
After you.
no, spider. Remember, the scout spider. The whole that anything at the tavern ringing a bell when we were going to scout with this. Nothing. Not even a.
Okay, Slice, go down the hallway. See what you can see.
While this is happening, she's going to take out her book and like write a thank you letter and leave it where the old one was.
Do you stick it in like the little wind?
In the wind, yeah.
Okay. It like takes it and it's like whipping it around just like it doesn't kick it out. Like it keeps it kind of circling in a pretty predictable pattern within that spot. And Percy, was that a familiar? The name
Yep.
of a familiar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're sending it through the door?
A little spider called Slice. He's going to go through the door and go down the hallway up on the ceiling.
Okay. So I'm going to give you some notes about the door, which will kind of help you to understand why it was probably impossible for you to open it, is that it is complicated. The door itself looks like on the other side, on the back side of it, is kind of like it's got like these kind of like I guess loops, like iron loops, where it looks like a portcullis or a gate kind of slammed down and like almost hold it in place. That gate is rescinded up. And once your spider gets to the other side here, we'll see that there's like a I don't know if you want, you could just like I can move your token over there so you can see what I'm pointing at.
Yeah,
We can't.
paused. I can't move. So.
We can't move. Yeah.
That's okay. I think I'm going to, until we're making big shifts, keep it paused because otherwise the token thing gets kind of wacky. So you can see there's like this chain and this winch that looks likely that it probably is connected to the portcullis. So there's that. But then as you're looking into the hallway beyond, you see that there are some rather large doors kind of on the far ends of each of these little loops here. So straight ahead, this door here glows. It's sort of pulsing with a gray luminosity, almost maybe sort of blue-gray. To your left is a set of doors that pulse with a green radiance, and then to this side over here, brass doors that are illuminated in a crimson glow.
Okay, there's a bunch of doors. Spider's not going to be able to get through those, so we're going to have to move up.
Oh, well, as long as there's not any, bitey things.
I don't see any things, just doors.
So Alex, the doors direct in front of us, north, so to speak, are blue grayish, right? The one to the left are greenish, and
Yep.
then the one to the right are kind of reddish, purplish, fiery. Okay, got it.
I like that they're color coded and everything. So red.
Yep.
Must
Must be so different cults don't get lost, New recruits and all.
So anything that the spider can do before we open the door, so as to know what's on the other side.
Can the spider fit through the door, Mr. GM?
Oh, that's right. You guys can see this entire map, can't you? That's okay. Just we'll just have to roll with it. That was something that got like all screwed up in that last session. I never went in and fixed it.
Oh.
But that's okay. It's not like wow, you can see all the tokens though, can't you?
I'm
I
trying
can
not
see
to
at
watch.
least some tokens, yes.
I'm trying
Okay.
not to watch.
Give me 1 second. I can probably fix some of that.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now does everyone remember when we start the fighting? Charnika, Thorwald, and I toward the front, then a bit of a break. Then we'll have Sir Gerald, and we'll have Lycia, and then a bit further back, we'll have Brother Calmert and Mr. Rumbuckle, and stay around corners, closed doors, because of that fiery ball thing. Aye.
Okay, so you wanted to send the spider. I'm sorry, where was it?
Red Room?
To the red room? Okay. So spider gets up to, like, right before the door and burns up, and you don't have a familiar anymore. Just.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
That could put a damper in things.
Now I do feel bad about you losing a spider, but none of us went whoosh.
That's
True.
true.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't want to go that way.
We kind of have to, I think.
Well, the Hydra room doesn't go whoosh to people. Unless Mr. Rumbuckle, you have a way for us to not go whoosh.
No. I could make myself not go foosh, but not you guys.
Is there some magical effect having things burn, or what?
What point? It was right at the door that he went whoosh,
Right?
or like partway
Yeah.
down the hall.
Like the light of that. Like the light kind of seems like it's coming off the door, and so it casts maybe like we'll say like a 10-foot radius kind of glow right there. So pretty much like when it stepped like right there and entered into the light, that's when it happened.
Is there a way to turn it off?
I mean, I've got a ton of charcoal. I could throw a bit of charcoal down and see if that goes up. So he takes out a little charcoal briquette and just sort of like lobs it down the hallway to see, is it like hot down there?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you for the follow, Rook. Appreciate that. Thanks for watching. So you throw that chunk of charcoal down the hallway there. Kind of does a little hop, skip, and a jump as it's rolling along the tiling here. And as it enters into the light, it does. It bursts and it kind of, you can see the embers kind of, it starts to glow real red hot and bursts into a small flame.
So the area of the flame, so to speak, corresponds to the 10 feet radius of the reddish light coming off the door, right?
Seems like it, yeah.
Well, I can rush into the door and open it, get one single amount of damage, but then open the door. No? No.
Maybe
Unless it's
not.
locked. Is there another way in there?
We could try. Could we throw something at some of the other doors? Like maybe
I mean,
maybe
I've got a ton
whoever
of
opened the
charcoal.
door thought of it.
Here, you can have a briquette. You can have a briquette, and you can have a. I got the.
Did anyone bring oven mitts?
No. I did a lot of shopping, and oven mitts just Nobody brought that
Yep.
up.
No.
What about if we close this door?
Yeah, if there's space on either side, maybe I could walk around, use a cape or something to try and grab it and open it. I just don't know how hot that fire is.
So I would say the light is pretty much this entire little end cap.
Ah, never mind then.
If we
Oh,
close the big door, do you think it'll turn the light out?
Oh, that's
That might be
brilliant.
worth a try.
Also may lock us in here permanently.
oh,
There's
no,
a
we got the
winch.
yeah, we got the winch.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Udo would be so pissed to see someone shutting a door.
So you go and you, with some effort, close this gigantic door behind you. Doesn't seem to have any effect on the lights. The light.
Well, that was worth a try.
Oh, did we have any, like, of the symbols from the cults before? And if so, do we have a fire one? I feel like maybe this is a code and enter situation.
I mean, we do have the symbol of the fire cult. It's basically like a six-pointed star, but not that we've in possession of one or anything.
What's well, I could we could put one on something and toss it.
Okay. Yeah. How much charcoal do we have to spare? And I'm gonna pull out
Oh
my
no,
pen
I brought a
and
bunch.
try and.
Too
Oh,
much charcoal.
cool.
Hey.
gonna-
Well, we were supposed to throw it in the fire pit, but I mean, sort of a fire pit.
Alright, can I borrow one chunk of charcoal?
Oh,
And I'm gonna
I
use the back of my pen to try and scrape the image into the charcoal bit,
Okay.
and then
You're etching
put
a
that.
little 8-pointed star.
Yup.
Okay.
Do you want to
Okay.
check?
I mean, I think you know what it looks like. It's not a complicated design by any means, so you pretty easily do that.
All right. And then I'm gonna toss it in with the other charcoal. A little more carefully this time, try and slide it so it doesn't crack.
It heads off in that direction, and you notice that it does not burst into flame.
Hmm.
So now we put the symbol on one of us.
Hey,
All right. I'm gonna take the other end of the pen and try and write the symbol on me in ink.
Okay. So a little inkwell, a little ink bottle,
Yep.
and you're just kind of trying to eye it, and sure. Okay. So you do that. Where is this going? Is it like right on your forehead?
On my inner
or-
wrist.
Inner wrist. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like you know, your skin absorbs the ink, and you manage to pen that symbol.
All right. Do we believe in this plan?
Careful.
I
if you
just
do.
a little bit, not like a
Like-
run.
Like your
Okay.
pinky. Just put a toe in.
I'm gonna try and slowly
Oh.
stick my hand. Yeah.
Um,
Right before I do this.
maybe like with a glove, just in case.
Mm. Okay. I'm gonna take out a cloak from the back of my backpack and wrap it around the hand, and then wait. Do I need to have the symbol showing though,
1 second.
or should it be underneath?
Let's
Don't know.
let's reopen the door because in case we have to run, it would be inconvenient to have to juggle it up and then run. So let's create like a exit kind of situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So large door is back open. All right. So that's open. And Charnika, here. I'll unpause if you want to move your token up there.
Is it? You said the last 4 squares. It was.
Yep.
I'm gonna duck around the corner in case there's A big whoosh.
So she's
that
gonna
goes through the hallway.
stand before it and just reach a hand in.
Okay. Are you reaching in the hand that you inked?
Yes.
You don't. It like feels warm. Like it's kind of like putting your hand in like a sunbeam or something. It just feels like a little bit warmer, but it doesn't hurt.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly do the rest of the arm, and then if that just feels warm, I'm gonna step in.
You step safely into that light.
Oh my god, it worked! Do I open the door, or do you guys all want ink first?
No, ink
No,
first.
no, no,
Ink-
yes.
ink first.
Alright, I'm gonna come back with my pen, and well, I only have one pen, so do you want me to just draw it on all of you, or do you want to pass the pen around?
There's the
Um,
charcoal too.
We could do it like a nightclub. Just get it on one of us. We'll lick
Alright.
it and then press it against the other one.
Alright. Oh,
No,
alright.
not a thing you've done at nightclubs. Okay, never mind.
So some time
This is too
passes
important
here,
for stamping.
and each of you receives this symbol upon your hand, and yeah, you feel like you're warded from the damage of the fire should you step into it.
Oh, be sure we remember to do this to the others before we start running out.
Yeah,
Noted.
that'd be a good idea. Gonna stick my pen in the side of my belt to make sure I remember it. Alright, we going through the door?
After you.
Alright.
Gerald's gonna take his long sword out.
I think Lycia probably has her spear in hand, shield up.
What
Now
is that
remember,
thing?
if there's a fella in robes going like whoosh towards the door, we close the door.
Good plan. Alright, I'm gonna open the door.
All right, you open the door, and on the other side, there can be no doubt that this huge hall of red granite, lit by scores of torchlight and flambeaux, pervaded by the odor of heated metal and sulfur, is the fire temple. The great doors of beaten brass reflect the leaping flames from all of the different light sources that surround the perimeter of the room. Um, Tapestries adorn the walls on the northern section, with depicting scenes of fire and fire elementals, human sacrifice of people being burned alive and such. Despite all the many torches in the room, um, the blue and mica flakes in the polished granite walls appear to leap and dance as if the flames had caught within the rock. There's a lot to kind of point out here as you step into the room. So, probably situated. They don't really do a good job on this map necessarily of showing it, but situated maybe right about there. There's a brass. Um, it's almost like a large brass like vat, kind of cylindrical looking. It's hanging from the ceiling by chains. Probably hangs maybe like 10 feet up off of the ground. Nearby, not directly underneath it, but maybe like 10 feet to the north of it, there's like a small fire pit. Just a shallow, maybe like a foot deep. There's some, maybe evidence that some fires had been there, some ash and whatnot. Directly to the side of that is a low table that holds several blocks of charcoal. What was that? Something went off. Planet Buster successfully redeemed DM reroll. Hey, thank you for the reroll. Um, Off to the sides here are two brass cauldrons. Um, copper cauldrons. In front of each of those cauldrons, you can see low tables, an assortment of bowls that have been laid out. There's the ceramic bowls, and each table also has a copper dipper. And then to the south here, you can see an altar. It's 3 feet wide, 9 feet long. There are skulls that grin from its sides, their forms inlaid with hammered gold. Atop the altar, the eight-pointed fire symbol, just like the one that you marked on your hand, is set in wrought gold. Before the altar is a fire pit of a diamond shape, 10 feet long, north-south, and 8 feet wide, or 8 feet broad. It appears to be several feet deep, and its bottom is covered with hot, glowing coals. And as you look over there, there seem to be like tiny little forms that sort of manifest in the flames, little figures, faces that sort of apparate just for like split seconds and then kind of return to the mundane licking of the flames. And those are the main things that you see in here. You don't see any worshippers. There are no. There's nobody present. It seems to be empty at the moment. There is a door to the north here.
Anything special about that door?
No, not particularly. Let me just double check. I believe it is a stone door, but it wouldn't strike you as one of the prominent features of the room.
There's not like a prison this way sign or anything.
No prison this way to your quest objective.
About the prison, I notice there's a bit of a faces in the fire pit, and Zilloff were saying we ought to throw charcoal into a fire pit to bring our folk back, and this seems like a really bad idea.
I agree. I would not do that. I would try to find them first.
But
Do the faces?
Just play devil's. Do we
you're the most
recognize them?
you're the most qualified to play devil's advocate, Jerry.
Yeah. uh, what if they're in the fire?
That's what I was sort of thinking.
I feel like we should go and take a closer look.
Before we do that, like
Yeah.
with enemies that could come at us from all directions, let's put ourselves in a safe position first. So,
we could tighten the doors. We could spike the doors
Good
shut.
plan. How fast do we think we can do that before people hear it?
Oh, I can do it in one good hit, but you're gonna hear it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take a look at the room first while no one's in here and it's kind of quiet, and not touch anything.
I kind of don't want to touch anything in the fire evil temple, be there people or not. I would just let it be.
But Zilloff did say to put the charcoal in the fire pit.
Yeah, but
Do you trust this Zilla fella?
I don't, honestly, on this.
I mean, I sort of do.
Off. It's some soft.
He does have experience with these nut jobs.
And I mean, what I was sort of thinking is, if it's going to get terrible in here, maybe it's better it get terrible now when we're close to the exit, instead of a terrible later when we're far away. Also, I don't like carrying all this charcoal about.
Let's leave it here. Let's leave the charcoal here. Let's keep that as option B if we
Aye.
can find them anywhere else in the temple.
Fair enough. What's option A?
Option
Does seem
A.
like they have their own charcoal here too.
Option
if we
A
need it.
is we go find the baddies that fell them and make them pay for it. That's option A.
But there's only one more door.
Which makes it easy. They're after that door.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
I think I'd rather take a look at the fire before going in after people who are going to try and kill us. If we can just kind of grab our buddies and book it, that I'm okay with that plan.
But I would give that a 1%.
This
And-
all
Honestly.
all
don't
hinges
have
on
to
whether or
touch
not we
anything.
recognize the people, but we might as well take a look.
Thorwald, you and me, we'll scout by the door here. We'll keep an ear. That way, if anybody comes, they take a quick peek down that way.
Okay.
And that way we'll have a bit of a time to listen while they're taking a look. Mr. Rumbuckle, any advice you might have about all this magic would be just
What magic?
Just-
All I see is fire.
What magic? This place is all
Is it-
magic.
Oh,
is this
yeah.
it's not
There's flames in the floor.
I wouldn't call myself magically sensitive, but
I feel like that's a bit magic.
Can wizards scan for magic? Is that a thing you can do?
No.
Or is that... Huh, okay. Dang. So do you want me to go take a look at the cauldron
Did
then?
you go to the same school that Spugnor went to?
Probably. I am only level 3, so it's not like I have a ton of spells.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Humboldt and Thorwald, you're kind of posting up there at the door. I think Lycia probably is posting up there with you. Calmert is sort of. You can see he's uncomfortable. He's just kind of like, ugh, oh, wringing his hands in the back. Yeah. So, Cherry and
I
Sir.
will go down and check this fire too. Down at the bottom.
You're
Sorry,
going
to the very
down
bottom, or-
to the very bottom to these coals here.
Yeah.
Which
is
one's
that
the
what
one
we're-
with the faces?
It would be this one. Yeah, right
Okay.
down here. Is that where you're headed to?
Yes.
I'll probably post
Sure.
up at this door, make sure nobody comes behind.
Okay, sounds good. So Cherry and PP, you go down here, and yeah, you see, this isn't like a roaring fire. It's just sort of like, there's coals that are kind of built up there, in the pit, and there's, bursts of flame here and there. And once in a while, one of these faces, pop up and just say, "Evil, evil, 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 evil."
It's in common,
Evil.
or...
Yeah.
Fire looks
Wow.
totally mundane.
That's convenient. I guess if we watch it for a few seconds, do we recognize any of the faces? Are they human? Are they demon?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh,
Just her?
If you're doing this
Does
as
the wizard
well,
wanna-
sure, you could make an Arcana check.
3 for me.
21.
Um, so
Keep in mind, I don't know any of these people, so
no, I was interpreting that as if you recognize like what they are. If I misunderstood that, no, you don't recognize them like on a personal level. But PP, you're looking at these things and they're tiny forms, tiny little kind of abstract faces. And given where you are, you're pretty sure that these are probably denizens from the elemental plane of fire that are kind of momentarily maybe popping in here.
so maybe this is a portal to the elemental plane of fire.
Maybe let's not throw extra charcoal on that then.
Would I know what that would do?
If you threw a piece of charcoal into the fire, that would
Yeah,
probably fuel the
yeah.
flame a bit.
Okay.
But
It's
beyond
not going to
that,
summon things? I wouldn't know.
make another Arcana check.
9.
Conjuring elementals is pretty high level magic, and you're just not sure.
All right, I'm going to throw some charcoal on there.
Okay, so you throw one brick of charcoal in there. It definitely ignites. And
When the DM says and then has to look up something.
No. And you all die in a fiery explosion.
I'm having PTSD flashbacks.
you toss the piece of charcoal in there, and you hear a there's like a magic mouth that opens up on one of the skull visages of the altar, and it speaks in a booming voice. Who dares defile the sacred elemental fire?
Me? Peppy Rumbuckle? What's it to ya?
Not to.
Make your sacrifice.
Why could you summon that spider again?
Not before you tell me where our friends are.
What do the rest of you do?
We were getting ready for a
Step
fight
back.
because with this noise.
Getting ready for a fight? Okay. What about Charnika? What do you do as this voice is probably the loudest, for the two of you that are up there?
I don't know. I guess I'm probably gonna get ready for a fight too. Just take out my axe and kind of slowly step in front of Rumbuckle
Okay,
if I can.
sure.
Thorwald, do I just tighten the door now? It can't get any louder. And then he'll try
Maybe.
to spike the door and keep at least that section closed.
Okay. Give me. I don't know. What do you think? What kind of check would you like to make to see how successful that is?
Athletics? I
Sure.
like athletics.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm going to give him a 14 on that.
I will assist.
With my divination. I'll
Okay.
give him a 14.
If you give me a 14, that makes it a 20.
Sounds good. So you and Thorwald, you're kind of there too. You're working on the door. Sir Gerald, anything that you're doing?
I mean, I don't want to block off this entrance in case we need to get out. So I guess, is this door open or closed?
It could be
Closed behind us.
it could be whatever you want it to be.
Already. Yeah, I'd rather just have it open and just be ready for if somebody comes out in this direction, or from the hallway we came from.
Okay, sounds good. So, what happens is some of those little flames in the fire start to ember out. 8 in total. So give me 1 second because I gotta set this up. And then we'll roll initiative.
Of course.
Oh no.
When you
How
are
big are
in
these
a
things?
temple of elemental fire, don't go mess up with the fire altar.
No. This is Humboldt's fault. He said that his friend said to put stuff in the fire.
Well, and we all said it's a bad idea.
Immediately mess with the fire.
Absolutely.
These things are huge.
And these
Your doctorate
forms,
from a correspondence
as they
college.
leap out, yeah, they are these huge, kind of crimson-scaled, fiery snakes wielding weapons in hand, tridents. And they look aimed to. They look very angry at particularly PP there. So we are going to roll initiative. So you can start rolling your initiatives now.
Look at all the numbers.
So many dice.
Gosh darn it.
All right. So first up, we've got. Oh, I still have like Galileo and such on here. So
I was gonna say, are we close?
I guess that's why there were so many. Partially why there's so many dice. Okay. Almost got it. Oh, I'm gonna roll that there. Okay. So first up is one of the salamanders, and it's going to attack. Um, it's going to attack you, PP. So first attack is going to be with its tail. And it's a critical hit right off the bat.
That's fantastic.
Oh God.
35 points of damage.
Yeah, that'll knock him out.
Oh man. Okay. Give me. You're still alive, right?
I'm not sure. Is it your
Is
hit
it?
points and damage?
It's
Double your hit points.
double your hit
Oh,
point max.
no, I'm still
Okay,
alive.
you're still alive. Okay. With being a wizard, I was like, that might be close.
No.
Roll a d6 for the lingering injury. Okay. Wouldn't that be a thing? You just got rid of your character that had the lingering injury just to start the next one with the one. So you're okay. So you're unconscious. You're far from okay, but all right.
This was the first attack.
This is the first attack,
The first
and
attack of 8. And then you said you're okay.
Lycia just drops the the spear and the shield, pulls out the crossbow, and she'll take a shot. Even she's not gonna get up there.
Smart girl. Smart girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so she shoots. And let's see. I have to roll a die. And you just see it shoots, and one of these images disappears. It just like it doesn't make contact with the creature, but it disappears, blinks out of existence. And she kind of celebrates a little bit, like, "All right, I got one."
That's a fair shot.
Wow.
And then one of the other salamanders is actually, it doesn't move. It doesn't have to. It's got some reach with that tail. It's going to try to hit Charnika. And oh, I wonder if it's because it's paused. It probably isn't letting it go through. Let's try it again. I don't know why Foundry does this sometimes. It's like froze up. I'm just gonna roll a d20. It's a +7 to hit, so... Ooh, I rolled a 1. I went from one extreme to the other. I'm gonna use my DM reroll on that one. So thanks, chat. And try that again. Alright, so that's gonna be a 12. Which I imagine misses. So, next up is Calmert. Calmert is going to run over here. 30, 5, 15, 20, 25. So he has to dash, but he gets up to right here. And that's everything he can do. Looks like he's trying to get to PP to get a spell off. Thorwald, it is your turn.
Thorwald is speechless, but it will react fast. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Give me 1 second. I want to see the distance. Yeah, I don't have any salamander within reach of my hand axe. So I'll dash. Oh, sorry, wrong instrument. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And bonus action, I will rage.
All right. Next up is Humboldt.
Are you kidding me? Wait, it doesn't measure. 30. 30. So we'll get to there. With the dash, bonus action rage. Oh. The big snaky fellows look like they have some reach with their tail. Am I in reach or out of reach there?
You
think
think
you're
you're
in.
in reach.
I would want to stop one back then.
Sounds good.
Okay.
When I hear this song, I always freak out.
That means you're in the long haul. All right, PP. Death saving throw.
No.
I forget where the death saving throws on here.
On
You
the
just click on the
foundry
word death
sheet.
saves.
Yeah.
Straight down from your armor class, basically. On the attributes table.
All right, one success. That brings us to Sir Gerald.
Oh, I realized I was pushed to talk. Sorry. So I'm gonna move there, and then if we said that the character sheet on Foundry's right, not this the stat
Yep.
block.
Mhm.
Then I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on.
Oh wait, what? Okay, maybe it's not right. There should be no. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Sorry. He's got
Giving me 2 stat block.
the things that you have under features is what you have. I don't know why spellcasting would be there.
Okay, so does he have that? Does he have the crossbow?
Yeah. What was it? Do you remember? It was a heavy crossbow, right?
Yes, it was.
From the.
Yeah, and I've still got that up too.
Okay. Yeah, he can fire that. I'll work on getting that on the sheet here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire that heavy crossbow.
Okay. There's a heavy crossbow on his sheet now.
I'll probably have to reload. I keep forgetting I'm pushed to talk. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, I was looking for the range. 1 second while the thing loads. But yeah, I'm just gonna roll the heavy crossbow.
Okay. Do you want to shoot one of the ones on the left or one of the ones on the right?
Probably one of the ones on the left where they're kind of.
Do you want me to just like hit this one for this round? Oh, I think we lost audio on you again.
Yeah, Foundry's still resetting, so.
Okay. I'll just hit this first one.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that will hit. And you, just like Lycia, you shoot at one of these things, and as soon as it seems like your crossbow bolt should have made impact, it disappears.
Gotcha.
Next up, we've got Cherry.
Okay. Yeah, so seeing that, I guess I'm gonna bonus action rage and then just swing at the one in front of me. Mm. Mm. So many steps.
Alright, a swing, a 16. I gotta make a roll quick. As you swing, you see like the form in front of you seems to like shift and shuffle out of the way, and one of these others in the background disappears.
Oh. Take it?
Alright.
Actually, sorry, can I move one as well?
Yep.
I'm just gonna stay in his range, but I'm gonna move between him and Pippi.
Sounds good. We are back to the top. Oh. Are you sure you want to do that?
Why?
Because you got this one over here.
Oh, so it moves. What do you mean?
You'd be moving out of
movement?
you'd be moving out of his range if you stepped there.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I didn't realize I was in his range. I'll just stay where I am.
So this one over here is gonna take its turn and try to hit you with the tail. Oh, that is annoying. The attacks are like just not going. So I'm just gonna have to roll off the roller here. So that'd be a 16 to hit, Charnika.
My armor's a 16,
Okay.
so
So it wraps you up with its tail, dealing. Oh, don't tell me that's not gonna work either. Okay, I'm using averages on this. So you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 fire damage.
Janika,
that-
but you have an outplay, right?
yeah.
I think you should have more than 16. Give me 1 sec. As you go
No,
ahead.
I have 16. I've got bad dexterity.
Believe
It says the
Alright.
same thing on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
So is the 11 and the 7, is that before or after?
I'm
What's
always
it
gonna
called?
give you. I'm always gonna give you the full, and then
Okay.
you decide. Where you're at with the resistances and whatnot.
So in resistance, that halves it, right?
Halves it.
I have
So
resistance to everything.
basically both of these, right? So you take 5 bludgeoning and 3 fire.
Okay.
Because you'll round down. If I ever give you an odd number.
Wait. Okay, cool. Thank you.
And Salamander has you grappled in its tail. Lycia is going to refocus her shot. She's going to try to hit this one over here. Shoots with the heavy crossbow. And an 8 is unfortunately going to miss. Next up is the other salamander over here. Is going to use its action to fling. It pulls PP with its tail into the pit and drops you in there. You'll take damage essentially at the start of your turn, which would result in 1 fail on a death save. That's its turn. Calmert was like, "Dick, no, no!" And he's like reaching out, like trying to grab your body as he was preparing the Cure Wounds spell. And he's going to move down here. And he's going to cast a Cure Wounds on your body. And so you're going to take... Oh, shoot. That's not going to work. Okay, I'm just rolling dice tonight. Okay, not too bad. You're going to take 8 points of healing. As he reaches in. You're still grappled, but he manages to, grab a hand and dispense a little bit of healing to you. Next up is Thorwald.
So which one is the salamander he's grappling Charnika? Is it this one?
This one over here.
Oh, that one? Oh, that's
Yep.
one that's one I'm gonna go to.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's enough here. And I'm raging, and I will use certain cudgel.
Okay.
Wait, quick question. Who did the monk heal?
PP.
PP.
Me.
Okay, cool.
The Burning Man.
Thank God.
Yes!
And there
Look
it
at
is.
that.
So I think your question from earlier comes to play here probably. Although, here's the kicker. He has a mirror image spell on.
Ah.
So Mirror image says... Yeah, I think it's gonna be random. It's gonna be a roll. I'm gonna make you gamble.
Oh, Alex. Okay. And I have a natural 20, so I'm
No,
gonna put three.
okay.
I'm gonna put 3 charges. I mean, I gotta risk it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So you're going in 3 charges. Any paladin stuff?
You're tempting me.
Yep.
But no, I'll resist.
Okay.
I'll resist.
So, You're pot
Barely
committed
resist.
now. 3 charges from the thing. Let's see if I get an. I believe it's an 8 or higher right now. 8 or higher for 2 duplicates. So here we go. Oh! So you expend 3 charges and you obliterate that image. You know, same thing that happened to Charnika. These things shuffle around, do a little cup game from the carnival, and redirects that damage to one of the images. You had to do it. All right. That's anything else, Thorwald?
So I move, I attacked, bonus action. No, I stay where I am. No.
Humboldt.
Hummel will step down behind Thorwald, swing over the shoulder. He'll go reckless and try and hit him with a glaive. What is the world? 24 will probably hit.
It will.
I
One
don't know if
last
it'll
image
actually
here.
hit.
Yep, you'll hit. And when
Nice.
your weapon hits into the body of this thing, you could see a little spark of like flame kind of jut out of its body, and you're pretty thankful you've got the reach.
Kiss him. And that will do 20 points of damage.
Very nice.
And then I will follow up with the back end of the glaive. And hit it with a crit. And that will do... Wait, that's not what happened.
So, it goes to the image.
The second one goes to the image. Damn it!
But no more images.
I killed one, and I hit one, but that one's a little tougher than the others. Good luck.
All right. Let's see. Next up is PP. You're going to take at the start of your turn. Um, 3 points of fire damage. And you're grappled, but you are conscious.
I missed you step back there.
Okay. This is your bonus action. You... Whoa.
Nice.
Do you need a somatic component to that? I don't know.
No, just verbal.
Okay. You make it over there.
That's good. I'm going to say to Humboldt, your friend lied. And then I am going to cast... What am I going to cast? Ray of Frost on the one that was grappling me. 16 hit?
16 could hit. Let's see if it hits the true thing or not. And I believe a 12. Yep, you hit one of the duplicates. All the duplicates are gone.
If he was a duplicate, how did he move me?
What do you mean?
Magic.
Magic. He's got a mirror image spell.
Can mirror images interact with objects?
The true thing could. So when you hit something with a mirror that has mirror image on, D20 gets rolled to see if you actually hit the thing or if you hit one of its images.
Okay, carry on. Oh, I still have movement, right?
Yeah, you just did Misty Step, so you still have your full movement.
I will get as far away as I can. Hi, Sir Gerald.
All right. Next up is Sir Gerald.
All right, he's gonna dash. All the way up, and I think that's pretty well his turn, but he's gonna be ready to, take it.
All right. Charnika, you are grappled by that one over there.
Yep. I'm gonna just use athletics to try and break the grapple.
All right. Go ahead and make the strength athletics check.
Remember, you have advantage because
Oh,
you're
shoot.
raging, right? You're raging, right?
Yeah, I
That's
just
the
took
advantage.
normal, so I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
again.
And the 23 will break.
Beautiful. So, and that's an action, right?
And
So
that's
I
an
just-
action.
I can just move. Alright. I guess I'm gonna stay right where I am because I can't disengage. Alright.
All right. That brings us back to the top. The Salamander over here, the one that you just broke free from Charnika, is going to try and grapple you again with the tail.
Can I taunt it? Can I taunt it? Like, I'm here.
Do you have like an ability that allows you as a reaction to do something like that? Okay.
I'm just.
I mean, you could do that for flavor, but it's gonna try to grab hold of Charnika again.
Fine. This is fine.
This is fine. That'll be a 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
And then 11 bludgeoning, 7 fire, have that as you will. And then it's going to yank you into the pit. And then it is Lycia's turn. Lycia will take a shot at that one with the heavy crossbow.
Okay.
And an 11 is not going to hit, unfortunately. The other salamander over here is going to take its turn. It's going to try to attack Sir Gerald here. And that is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, against the 16.
That'll be 19 points of damage.
Okay.
If I've got a mod out there, would you mind, banning the bot?
Got him.
Thanks. Let's see. Oh, and has Sir Gerald grappled? and is going to pull Sir Gerald into the pit. And that is going to take us to Calmert's turn. Calmert will cast Bless on Thorwald, Humboldt, and Cherry. So you get an extra D4 on your attack rolls and saving throws.
Saving.
And then it is Thorwald's turn.
Okay.
What the world?
We're going at it again. I'm gonna use a roll on that one.
Okay, re-roll on this one.
$14.
14, unfortunately, not quite there.
I'm blessed.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah. Yeah, and you'll roll your D4. That 15's the number, so you got it.
Okay, awesome. So I'll put 3 charges on this one.
Okay.
So the damage is, since I'm raging, I'll use this one.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Isaac bought everyone a re-roll, so we're actually up to 9 re-rolls currently. All right.
So the creature takes 19 points, and then I'm gonna add to that this.
And additional 10.
Additional 10, yes. So 23 total.
All right. When you hit it and you kind of crack open a bit of its carapace, there's sort of this kind of like a heated blast that kind of like shoots out a little bit of flame right in your face, and you take 7 points of fire damage.
Okay, take it all.
And I believe the cudgel's a D6 damage, not a D8.
You're right. I was confusing with the paladin stuff. I'll re-roll that. Okay, give me 1 second.
Sure, bring it back. So that was 10. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe you'll roll higher.
It was 10, and now is
7.
7. So 3 less. And then 7 damage, 7 fire damage.
That'll bring us to Humboldt.
Humboldt will swing like a maniac. Because why not? Save, attack, reckless abandon. 19.
That'll hit.
Hit. Damage. Womp. 16.
All right.
Back end attack. Advantage.
Hits.
20 will land. Damage. I think it was this one. Yep. 10 points.
All right.
Um,
Starting to look
fall
pretty
down.
damaged and beat up. Wounds all across its body, but it is still got some fight in it. This is the one that has Chernika held. PP, it is your turn.
I am going to shoot the one that's got Trinica. I'll use a reroll on that.
All right. That will do it.
Oh, man.
It does have a vulnerability, so got a big 2 on that.
Good.
All right.
That's it for me.
Sir Gerald, at the start of your turn, you take 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. Now am I still grappled and like prone?
Not necessarily prone, but you are grappled.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to. I've got to break the grapple to attack, I assume. So is that a strength check?
You could attack at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm
Or-
gonna try.
Or if you have like a small weapon, like a knife or something like that. But
Yeah,
Long
you
sword.
still you'd still be
I'll still do
with
that.
the restrained
Yeah.
condition.
So I'm gonna go ahead and try to break the grapple.
Okay.
Hold on, character sheets still kind of messed. There we go.
Flex them muscles.
You got it.
Okay. And so is that my action or can I attack?
That is your action, but
Alrighty.
you could still move. You could get out of the fire pit.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the fire pit. I'm going to swing over here so I don't exit his range and take the attack of opportunity. And
Give me a free perception check as you're coming up
Okay.
out of the pit. Okay. Feels good to be out of the pit.
a little distracted.
Yep. Cherry, it is your turn.
Okay.
You would take 3 points of fire damage. You're resistant, so you take 1 point at the start of your turn.
I'm gonna add that quick so I don't forget. So question, if I were to use Reckless, would I be able to attack just without disadvantage? Would that
Yep.
cancel it out?
You'd be able to cancel it out.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then and attack the one that's holding me. Come on.
And that will miss.
Can I use a reroll for that?
You can. Although,
Yeah, that's the
I
question.
just noticed. Nah, that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
Oh,
can
am
make
I
it-
not close enough to attack?
That's what I was thinking, but we can say you can hit part of its tail. That's got you
Okay.
held.
Alright, I'll try one more time. Oof.
Not quite there.
Ow.
But give me a perception check.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty perceptive.
Okay, so you're standing in this fire pit, and you don't feel like you are standing on like a floor. Like you're standing in these embers and the um uh, the charcoal and whatnot that you're standing in doesn't feel like it's flush with the floor. It almost feels like you're on something wobbly that is sort of serving as a secondary base, I guess, for your feet to be resting on. So it's just you're kind of surfing on something that you can't see underneath all the charcoal and whatnot. Kind of like standing on like a wobbly table is what it kind of feels like.
Okay.
We're back to the top of the order. PP. That big like cauldron-looking thing, that tube that's suspended up in the air. It starts to kind of like wiggle back and forth on the chains that it's on, and it lets out a ringing sound, almost like an inverted bell. And this salamander right here that has Charnika tied up, it's going to try to hit Thorwald with its spear. That works. 20 to hit.
Thanks to the beautiful new armor that Humble gave me, that will miss.
All right. He'll make a second attack.
Well, that's gonna hit.
Oh my god!
Holy cow! Okay.
I just want to confirm, is that right? It is right.
Okay, so how many is that? Is piercing? Because I have that, but not the.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can parse that out here. So it looks like...
If you
The
click on it, it'll show you.
Yeah, 5 points of that was fire.
Okay, so basically it's 13, so it gets 6 and 5, 11. Got it.
And then that takes us to Lycia. She's going to take a shot at this one. That's a 16. That'll hit. And she deals 10 points. Not quite enough to take it down. But she lets out a call of excitement. Say, I think I'm getting the hang of this thing. The other salamander over here is going to try to hit Sir Gerald. It's just going to attack twice with the spear. 25 to hit. That will be 20 points to Sir Gerald. And I think he's down. It's going to take a second attack at advantage. But a 15 does not hit, I don't think. Just so you know, we can't hear you.
No, it doesn't hit.
So, just strikes the armor, which protects Sir Gerald. Kalmert, concentrating on the Bless spell.
Oh.
He'll cast a Cure Wounds
Forgot I was
on Charnika. So you can take, it's actually 11 points back.
Me?
And then it is Thorwald's turn.
Thorwald will continue attacking the one that holding Charnika. Actually, not holding her anymore. But anyway, that one. I will add the D4 to that. I might make the miracle with this D4. Probably not, but you know, not. So I will re-roll.
Okay. With the reroll, you'll just reroll the d20. You'll keep the 1.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately won't get us there. That brings us to Humbled.
Just keep chopping away. It'll be fine. What's not to enjoy? Reckless attack, glaive. I hit it and I crit it.
Mhm.
And I get to hit this button. And do 24.
And it will go down.
I am doing well. Just keep chopping away. Charnika, while you're still in the fire. And he'll move over.
Like it.
Oh, Sir Gerald, what you? Oh, you. And he'll stop there, and he'll swing with the back end of the staff over at the other fellow.
That'll
20
hit.
will hit, and that should be this one. And we'll do 7.
All right. That will bring us to PP.
I guess I'll Ray of Frost it again. That seemed to work the first time. How many rerolls do we have?
Got 6 in the tank right now.
Spend it.
Yeah, we'll use them. Oh, that's even worse.
No luck there. Let's see. Sir Gerald, death saving throw.
You can do it, Sir Gerald. Roll the 20.
One failure. Unless you want to go with you could go for a reroll.
I'll save it for the PCs, I think.
Sounds good. Charnika.
So Sir Gerald is unconscious then. Would I be able to try and help him break his grapple for him? Like just a strength check?
I
try and
don't
get
think
loose?
he's actually technically grappled at the moment. He just went down from
Oh.
a spear attack.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Alright, I gotta step out of the fire. So I can grab myself.
Oh yeah, you take 1 point. 1 point at the
Yep.
beginning of your turn.
I'm gonna shift to the opposite side. Actually, I can. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. The complete opposite side because I don't want to be thrown back into that fire, and then I'm just gonna swing at the thing.
Sounds good. Swinging that ornate axe that you had custom made.
Beautiful. Can't fail. Though it has a couple times already. And sorry, does Reckless continue into the next turn? I can't remember. or
You just invoke
activate
it when you want it, basically,
Oh, okay.
and
Can I
then
invoke
it would be advantage against you then for the following round.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna do it normal.
4. Remember the D4. It's fundamental. It might make the difference here.
Yep, you still have the bless.
So that's 17 in total then.
I gotta
Okay.
roll a d4.
You have to roll it.
Oh, I'd roll it. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Roll a drop.
So
Never mind.
that
14.
it won't be quite enough, but you got 5 player rerolls if you wanted to use one.
Yeah. All right. I'll use one of the rerolls then. That's you just. Do I reroll the attack for that one or
Just the attack. You'll keep the one from the D4, but you can reroll the attack. Whew.
Oh,
And I'm getting
first.
my bang
Yeah.
for my buck on these rerolls because it's been a lot of double misses. All right. But you're in a better strategic position there. The bell is ringing out yet. As we go to the top of the order, Lycia is up next. And She's gonna move just a bit, and to try to take her shot from here. That one won't quite cut it. Next up is the Salamander's turn. It's gonna try to hit Humboldt with
Has
the tail.
advantage.
Has advantage, okay.
That'll hit.
19. And I think I've just been telling people the average on this one. So 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 fire.
12.
And then it has you grappled and restrained.
Make all your feast.
Take a shot with the spear.
That'll hit.
25. And 16 points total.
Got it.
And that'll bring us to Calmert. Calmert will get over here to Sir Gerald and cast an upcast Cure Wounds. That'll be 9 points back to Sir Gerald.
Okay.
Thorwald, it is your turn.
I move to here and attack.
Oh, we got followed by Haas 00312 underscore real person.
Seems unlikely.
Okay, 18 will hit, and I'm gonna add 3 charges to the damage.
Okay,
Well,
sounds good.
Let's go with the normal damage first. 13 points of damage plus 3 d6s. So 24 points of damage.
Chris Jones has entered the chat. From that attack, you will take 7 points of fire damage back at you.
As a bonus action, no, I'll wait. Done.
All right. Next up is Humboldt.
I will recklessly swing at this thing that is hugging on me. Which will be a normal attack then. Where did you go? There you are. Let me go.
That'll hit.
Work. $18.
18. All right. And you'll take the 7 fire damage from that one.
Sounds painful. And then we'll try and bop it with the back end. Recklessly and counting out normal. D4 will get it above a 15.
That'll hit.
And that would be this one. 7 points.
7 points. All right.
That's it. Could someone get this thing off of me?
Be another 7 points of fire damage.
Another 7 points of fire damage.
And that brings us to Pee-Pee.
Ray of Frost again. 15 hit.
15 hits.
Oh, big 2.
The big 4 points of damage as the bell of Chris Jones rings overhead. All right. Sir Gerald, you're prone on the ground, but you are conscious.
Okay, I'm gonna use my movement to stand up. And I'll just go ahead and multi-attack it with the longsword.
Sounds good.
The character sheet's still messed up, so you have to tell me what the extra is. But first attack.
Would you like to
Critical
reroll?
failed. Yes, I think I would.
So that'll hit.
Alrighty, and yeah, I don't have anything on there, so a longsword's a D6.
8.
Be a
Eight.
D8 plus 2. So
Okay,
10
so
points
10
of
points.
damage.
And
And
then
Sir
the
Gerald will take 7 points back at him from the heated body of the salamander as your sword strikes into him.
And second attack.
That'll hit.
Also hits. That one will be 4, I believe.
4 points and another 7 points back at Sir Gerald.
I think that does bring him back down, but he'd attack of opportunity anyway, so there wasn't any chance moving away.
All right, that brings us to Charnika.
Just gonna keep hacking away. But this time, recklessly. Huh. $23.
That'll hit.
Alright. $8.
8 points. It is when you hit, you'll take the 7 points halved. You'll take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
But he's still up, although barely. And this is the end of the round. And basically, Chris Jones, what I'm going to do is have the thing that was going to happen at 30 seconds after that bell started ringing to happen, which is there is a tapestry over on this side of the wall that gets pulled aside, and you see stepping into the room 2 bugbears and a warrior wearing breastplate and a very kind of interesting looking blade at hand. Longsword that has sort of a broad-based blade, and kind of crafted into the metal are these grooves that kind of conjure up the imagery of a blaze on the metalwork. And so I'm gonna have these. They look like they are coming in here to kind of check out what the heck is going on. They're looking up at the bell. They're just kind of surveying the battlefield, and they see the battle at the Salamander at the southern end, and then they draw their weapons. So I'm going to add them in here.
As you're adding those in, Cherry, the stream has pointed out that you've only got a +2 to your damage. You should have +2 from rage and then plus whatever from your strength. It looks like maybe something's missing.
Oh.
So you might have done a little more damage. What is your strength mod?
Let's check on here.
I think
It's
she's
a
got
+2.
Yeah, so she
Okay.
should have done +4, not +2. So
Yeah,
2
so
additional damage there, Alex.
Alright, I'll take 2 more off there. Alright, so these folks are in here. Lycia's turn. She kind of instinctually turns and sees these guys coming in, and she takes a shot at this bugbear.
Good girl. Good girl.
And a 14, not gonna cut it. So she shoots, and then she's gonna move this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Good girl. Good girl.
Bugbear is up. And is gonna go chasing after her. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets to right there. Salamander is up. And keeps its attention forward. I think has humbled, restrained, grappled and restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
So he'll continue along that path here. So he'll take 2 attacks with the spear.
Those will have advantage. That will definitely hit.
25, 15 points total. Do you need that broken down?
I can click it so I can see it.
Okay.
Uh,
There's the second one, is a 22.
Give me 1 second. I am unconscious on the first attack, so the second one will be death damage.
Okay, so two failures there. Alright, Calmert is up, fortunately, and is going to lean over and give you, I think, what might be his last cure. An upcast. No, I guess he's got a couple here. He'll give you an upcast cure wounds. And that's going to be 13 points back to Humboldt.
Oik.
Thorwald.
Nope, mute.
Sorry, I said I have a hard decision to make because I can attack, but I only have 70 points left. Meaning, if I attack, I go down, even if I hit. So what I'll do is the following. I will. Anybody's down now? Everybody's up, right?
Sir Gerald, I think, is
Gerald's down.
Gerald is down. So I'll use as an one action. Lay your hands, and I'll give Sir Gerald 5 hit points back.
Okay.
It says when I'm raging, I cannot concentrate or cast spells, but I think lay on hands isn't either, so I should be okay. Right, Alex?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Just to make sure, it says when I'm raging, I cannot concentrate or cast spells. Now, lay on hands, it says.
I think lay on hands is fine. It's separate from spell casting.
Yeah, I just making sure that you're okay with that.
Yep.
And then, so action is that, and then I don't have the ability to disengage, so I'll stay there. The action is taken though.
Sounds good. Ooh, Humboldt.
I am conscious at the moment. I will bonus action rage, and I will chew on the thing that is holding me, but I will use my glaive to chew on it. I will recklessly glaive the thing that is holding me. That is not my glaive. There's my glaive. Normal. Calbert is still blessing us?
Yep, he has not lost that.
So that would be a 16.
That will hit.
I will do some damage. I will do 15 points of damage.
He goes down.
Do I get a fire spurt still?
You get a fire spurt.
Dang it!
I think it was 7.
Yes.
But you're still up, right?
But I'm still up, and
Okay.
that is 7. And then they just came in over there, and I will, with my movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of get behind some pillars. And that's it.
All right, PP, it is your turn.
Okay, I will turn around and I will say, "Oh shit, more friends!" And I am going to upcast Charm Person and give the guy a 5, I believe, as my last divination for his saving throw.
All right.
That is mighty awesome.
And I believe the bugbear still gets to do a save.
Oh, okay. You're hitting 2 targets. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So bugbear, wisdom, right?
Wisdom, yes. Let me find the spell here.
Will fail.
Wisdom 13, yeah. Okay, so they're both charmed. Unless he had enough to bring his wisdom up to 13 from a 5.
Oh, that's a good question. I better. What did you give him for a roll?
A 5.
Oh no, he was not gonna make up that difference.
Okay, and I will. I think that's all I can do.
Sounds
I
good.
I can't give him any commands or anything, right?
You want to move?
No, you don't. It's not. You don't have them dominated. They just regard you as like friendly.
You want to move,
Okay.
Percy?
No, I think I'm good.
Let's see, Sir Gerald. It is your turn.
Okay, so he's got to get up. And then I guess he'll use the dash action to double, and he'll move. Kind of same idea over. Kind of use some pillars as a little bit of cover and like get out his crossbow.
Okay, sounds good. Bugbear over here. He just kind of looks at you, PP, like he's got, what does he have out for a weapon? He has a Morning Star out, and, like he's looking at you, he had it in hand, and he was like ready to charge forward, but then he's like, it just seems like he's like kind of demeanor sort of changes, and attention shifts over to the doorway where, Lycia is, and moves over that way. And dashes to right there. And then it is Charnika's turn.
Okay. Yep, I'm gonna do the same pillar trick, and I'm gonna try and hide behind this one if possible.
Okay, sounds good. And you all just got some more re-rolls there from Isaac, so thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
The man that just came through the curtain there, he puts his sword away. He sheaths his sword, and he just sort of starts casually walking up to you, PP, and he says, "Ah, are you the one that rang the bell?" And he like starts like kind of gesturing backwards over where Thorwald and Humboldt and Gerald and Chernika are, and he says, "Are these the sacrifices? Wonderful, wonderful." He starts like kind of patting you on the shoulder. Ah, the boss will be much pleased with what you've brought us here today. And that's his turn. Brings us to the top of the order, Lycia. currently doesn't have her spear because she cast it aside when she pulled out the crossbow.
She does have my hand axe though.
She does have the hand axe. You're right. So she's gonna pull that out and try to hit this bugbear that just came up upon her. Takes a swing. um.
Can,
Oh.
can we use a roll on that? I'm asking the people. No, I mean I'm not proposing. I'm asking the group.
I don't know. I'm gonna say no
Okay.
Oh.
because I want to see what happens. Okay, nothing happens.
Drama.
Bugbear is up, and this other bugbear goes charging forward and is going to take a swing with the Morning Star. I think we got her AC up to an 18, so that is definitely good there. Calmert is up. Calmert just is kind of watching the rest of you and is following your lead a little bit. Just stays put, takes a dodge action right behind this pillar here. Thorwald.
Thorwald is still raging. He doesn't have a lot of hit points, but he sees two bugbear going after Lycia, and he just sees red. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Fire cultist is just like, whoa, wait, one of your sacrifices get loose there, bud.
And he says, "Get your dirty hands off of her."
All right. Thorwald's trying to rush up there. Humbled, you're up next.
Humbled's kind of try and walk casual, and as he does so, he'll pop off the greater healing potion and gulp that one down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, kind of ambling up in this direction. Yeah, that'll be it for the moment. Greater's 44 plus 4. 15 of them. Less burned.
Oh, the hosses are out in full force tonight. What the hell?
Hang on, we got another one?
We got like another
Oh my god!
So many!
I'll get him.
The cult of Haas. Alright. So that was the healing potion. PP, it is your turn.
I am going to say to these guys, we already threw in a sacrifice. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but call off your dogs.
He just like kind of looks at you strangely. He says, well, if the sacrifice has already been made, then why is the bell ringing?
Don't ask me, it's your temple.
What do you mean, my temple? He's kind of raising an eyebrow at you a little bit, like, wait, what? What are you saying?
You don't work here? This is my first time here. We sacrificed everything, and the bell rung. Things attacked us. Call off your dogs.
He says, something ain't right here. I think you better explain yourself to the boss. All right, and I think that's probably your turn there.
Yeah.
Sir Gerald.
Okay. He's gonna move up, kind of this pillar, peek around, and shoot his crossbow at the guy over by PP.
Okay, sounds good.
That's gonna do it.
You want to give me a stealth check before you do that?
Sure.
If you catch him off guard, I'll give you advantage on the attack. Okay, 15. Yeah, you can have an advantage on this attack. Okay, you got him?
Okay. Heavy crossbow is also gonna be D10 plus 1. Seven, 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right, he kind of stumbles backwards and looks sort of surprised. He's in the middle of this conversation with PP as he gets shot in the shoulder. Ah!
He's having a bad day.
Bugbear is up. Bugbear is going to take an attack against Lycia. Gets a critical hit.
I knew that.
14 points. She's still up. But she gets smacked pretty hard. She kind of goes flying against the wall a bit. You can see her chain armor seems like it probably absorbed a lot of like the piercing damage from that Morning Star, but she's sort of favoring her ribs and reeling a bit as she's pulling herself back to her feet. Cherry, it is your turn.
Okay, I think I'm gonna just try and sneak up behind the pillar closer to them. Do I want to hide or dodge? And then I'm gonna take the hide action.
Okay,
If possible again.
sure. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay. Because, yep, I'm totally great at stealth with this disadvantage. Could be worse. 9.
Could
All
be
right.
worse.
His gaze is focused over at Sir Gerald, but you're just not sure.
I'm a bright red tiefling. In yellow. I don't expect much.
Well, if there's ever a place where you could be a chameleon, it would probably be this room, actually.
True, bright red floors.
You look like a perfect cultist of fire, so they're probably just confused.
But this one right here pulls out his longsword, and he mutters something in the elemental language, and it lights up in flame. And he starts moving this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'm gonna take a swing at him as he gets close.
Sounds good.
Before. You got
Catwatch still
before
on us,
before.
yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
16?
That will miss.
Oh, that's a rough thing. I will go ahead and use a reroll.
Reroll time.
Reroll time.
Down to
Reroll
7.
time.
Ooh, it's a critical hit.
I'm okay
Look
with
at
that.
that. Look at that.
I'm okay. I don't have my fancy stuff on though, so it's only one of these. 10 points of damage.
10 points. All right. And then he's going to swing that sword.
Oh,
Ooh. See if this does it. Okay. That's the damage from the sword. So 15 points from the sword.
Drops him unconscious.
What? I don't think I don't think he can kill him outright, but yeah, he'll swing, he'll hit, he'll knock him down. Roll me a d6. I don't know if I've been applying this consistently. Okay, lingering injury there. Humble, did you drop to 0 before, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Yes.
You want to roll me a d6?
No, I don't, but I will.
Okay, no
A
lingering
3.
injury there. I don't think anyone else has gone down to 0, so I think that was it. Okay, so oh man, Sir Gerald.
Rough day,
He's
buddy.
just having a rough life. Zach, why don't you roll me a d20? What do we have? We have 7. Okay, 7. Organ damage. Whenever you attempt an action in combat, make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you lose your action and can't use reactions until the start of your next turn. The good doctor might be able to help you out with this. A medicine check over multiple medicine checks over the course of days could help you with this. But probably that will be my problem and not your problem at that point.
Yeah, Richter's already got nerve damage.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, pretty bad wound through just cuts near a vital organ for you. That will bring us to... That was just one attack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a net 20 on one attack, yes. Unfortunately.
I think is gonna step up and take a swing at Humboldt.
No advantage.
That one will miss.
Save.
Next up is, I think, the top of the order, Lycia. She is still up. She's got the hand axe. She's gonna try to take a swing. $15, not quite there on the bugbear. Bugbear is up. Takes a swing at her. Oops, that's not the one I wanted. There we go. $21 to hit. Cracks her over the side of the head and she falls and goes down. I guess she needs to roll for a injury. No injury, but she's at 0. Alright, that will bring us to Calmert. He will just kind of creep on. He's just kind of following Cherry over to that side of the hall. Maintaining the concentration on Bless. I think we'll leave it at that for him. Thorwald.
Thorwald sees Lysia going down, sees Humboldt being hit by a flaming dude. It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Ooh.
It's a tough one. He comes there really, really angry, and swings at the damn guy. I will re-roll that roll.
All right.
Okay,
That
let me
will miss.
add the D4. Probably it's not gonna make any difference, but just in case, it's free.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, go ahead. I don't think it can.
Okay.
So it's a
Well-
50. Yeah, it's still a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. I moved. I attacked. So yeah, that's it.
Humboldt.
Humboldt will bonus action rage, pop a cork, pour it down Sir Gerald's throat. Sir Gerald will get a little